Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's Calorie Crush. My eagle-eyed viewers will have noticed that whilst I said there would be 2 missing calorie crushes whilst I was away on my cruise, there were actually 3 missing calorie crushes. I did not make a calorie crush video the week before I went. Well, if you can guess why, if you guessed that it was because I had eaten everything in sight, you would not be far wrong. I'm not sure what happened the week before cruise. I'm not sure what went on in here, but I went on a mission. I was eating as though I was in some kind of competition to gain the most weight before I could possibly. I have no idea what went on. I was quite stressed. I'm quite stressed now, but I don't feel quite the same about eating now as I did. And I don't know what I don't know, but I ate everything. I ate stuff that I didn't want. Essentially, I gorged myself. And I'm not entirely sure what went on. But I do know that by the time I went on my cruise, I was fairly sure I'd already gained several pounds of weight before I even went on the cruise. Now, for anyone who hasn't been on a cruise holiday, you can literally eat from morning till night if you want to. We did manage to hold back. But we did. I overindulged personally very much on bread. I've said this over and over again in my Calorie Crush. I'm a sucker for bread. I just bread. So there's toast at breakfast, and it's in a toast rack on the table. So as fast as you eat it, the more toast they bring. So toast at breakfast and croissants, and then bread rolls at lunch and sandwiches, and there's always bread and just bread and cake. Bread and cake across the board. My actual meals themselves probably weren't that bad because we ate most of the time in the fixed dining room, in the set dining room where you are served waiter service. It's lovely, but of course you get the portion that the chef puts on your plate and that's your food. And they're not large portions because you can have 4 or 5 courses. You can have a starter and soup and a main and dessert and cheese and biscuits. They don't give you large portions. So that was fine with the mains. And the dessert, the main meal's absolutely not a problem. But the bits you could get in between, for example, there's a Costa coffee shop on board, and every time Tammy went for a coffee, she'd come back with a couple of muffins or whatever. So I did consume rather a lot, and it got to about halfway through. I tried on the dress that I intended to wear for dinner, and it had fitted me before we went out, and although I could still get it on, it did not fit me the same way, and I thought, I have done a lot of damage already. And I think that helped me slam the brakes on a bit. I definitely cut back on the bread from that point onwards. I think that helped. So I've come to a decision. You will notice there is absolutely nothing on my board. This is my weight loss journey board that I put my little counters on. There's little round counters and stars in case you're new. And up until now, I have always tracked my loss so far because I started this 2 years ago, and I did very well and lost nearly 7 stone. Just over 7 stone? 7.5, just over 7 stone. I think I have been resting on my laurels far too much. I think I've been telling myself, well, it's okay because I've still lost 7 stone. And then it got to the point where it was like, well, I've still lost 6 stone. I was like, oh, that means I've gained a stone. That's not you've still lost. That's you have gained. I have gained a stone back. So I've come to a decision that today is actually day 1. All past progress, null and void. Not void, obviously, because obviously the work that I've done still counts. But I'm no longer going to say, and so I have lost 6 stone 4 pounds, I have lost 6 stone 3 pounds, I have lost 6 stone 8 pounds. I have not. Today is day 1. Today is day 1. It is the start of a new journey. Come and hop on the scales with me. Don't hop on. We've said this before. Don't hop on the scales with me. But come and watch me hop on the scales and we'll find out what my starting weight is going to be. Before we do that, I should tell you I've got a new kitchen floor in case you're thinking, that's not her kitchen floor. We've got a new kitchen floor while I was away, so that's lovely. Off I go. It is Monday the 28th, I think. Hey Google, what's today's date?
It's Monday, the 28th of November, 2022.
It's Monday, the 28th of November, and here goes. That's 291.4. I round that up to 291.5 pounds. There we go. My starting weight. I'm starting this weight loss journey. There we go with those words again. At 291.5 pounds. That is 20 stone, 11.5 pounds. I remember being really delighted to get under 20 stone. I got down to about 19.5 stone and I was so pleased, and I've blown it and I've buggered it up and I'm cross. I am, believe me, I am so frustrated with myself, which is why we're having a new start. Fresh start. I weigh 20 stone, 11.5 pounds. That's my starting weight. I have lost nothing. I have nothing to fall back on. I'm not resting on my laurels. I'm not telling myself it's okay because I've still lost so and so. I am starting at 20 stone. 11.5 pounds. So some of you are still going to want to know how much I gained over the last few weeks, and that's perfectly understandable. After all, I also need to know. The last time I put out a Calorie Crush video, I weighed in at 284 pounds. So that was 20 stone and 4 pounds. I'm now 20 stone, 11.5 pounds. That is a gain of 7.5 pounds. That was the 1st of November. Today's the 28th. So 4 weeks. 4 weeks. That's right, isn't it? Yep. 4 weeks, just about. 4 weeks, 7.5 pound gain. 2 weeks of that, I'm on a cruise. I feel okay about that result. That's pretty much what I was expecting. I'm not okay about it. I don't want to regain all my weight. But it really could have been much worse. And I think if Tammy and I hadn't had a look at ourselves halfway through and gone, whoa, 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 it might have been much worse. Starting weight, 20 stone, 11.5 pounds. I feel much better about being on plan than I did for quite a long time before I went away. Maybe I needed to have that splurge and get it out of my system. Maybe I needed to eat all the bread. Maybe, I don't know. I hope this feeling will last. As we know, I've made a whole host of videos where I've gone, I feel much better and much more confident. Then I've gone, fell apart. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope I can maintain this positivity. Let's hope I can put some of the balloons and stars back on here fairly soon. Not back on there, but let's restart. We're ignoring previous weight loss. I am starting day one weight loss journey. I weigh 20 stone, 11.5 pounds. My first mini target in my head is to get under 20 stone. That's my first mini target, under 20 stone again. Regain some of the lost ground, get back to where I felt I was. Some of my clothes already feel uncomfortable. Get back to where my clothes feel comfortable again. It's amazing how quick it goes back on. I'm sure most of you, anyone who's ever struggled with their weight knows that it goes on a lot quicker than it comes off. It's so much easier to put it on. But here we are. A couple of you said, was the Calorie Crush coming back? Here it is back, and it is reborn. It is a phoenix from the ashes of the previous Calorie Crush. Starting today, day one. Join me next week, when hopefully I'll have chipped a chunk off of that 11.5 pounds, heading back towards 20 stone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all of your support as always. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.